Welcome again to Dr. Darius' Health Place. We are happy to have you with us today, and we trust that the information you would receive would be of benefit to your health. Before we get started, however, I would like to remind you to subscribe, to like, and to share this channel so that others, your friends, your families, your loved ones can benefit from the information we would share with you weekly. Today we want to talk about water. Water is the most valuable liquid on planet Earth. It is said that the Earth is around 70 to 75% of water. 70 to 75%. So we have more water space than land space. The human body is said to be around the same percentage, 70 to 75% water. So if we would take an individual around 150 pounds, we will discover that around 105 pounds of that individual's weight is water. Every cell, every tissue of the body needs water for their proper function. And we are not just talking here about function, but we are talking about proper function, how they were designed to function. When we look at the gray matter of the brain, we are told that the gray matter of the brain is 85% water. If that is true, and it is, then it is absolutely necessary that we keep that percentage up so that our brain can function properly. We are told that our blood is 83% water, and it needs that liquid so that it can flow smoothly and effectively, reaching every cell of the human body. Our muscles, we are told, are around 75% water. So if we were to look at it from a different perspective, we are more water than any other thing. Wow, that's amazing. If you look at the process of circulation, the circulatory system, as it does its work constantly, non-stop, in order to be effective and to distribute blood, oxygen, and nutrients to every cell of the body, water plays a very important part. And so water keeps the circulation at a good consistency so that the blood can flow smoothly and effectively. Even the process of digestion heavily depends on water. The body produces enzymes and different digestive fluids that are important and necessary for the breakdown, the digestion, and the assimilation of food. Without water, this process is seriously affected, and therefore, once digestion is affected, the entire body is affected. Even the process of elimination, we eliminate waste daily. Elimination also depends on water and requires water, whether it be liquid waste in the form of urine or solid waste. They all require water. The body supply, therefore, must be constantly replenished. Must be constantly replenished. As the body goes through its daily and hourly secondly function, because if you look at the body carefully, the body is always working. It is always doing something. So as it goes through its normal function, water is needed so that it can be effective. What do I mean? Water is needed in the circulatory system so that the cells of the body can receive nutrients. They can receive oxygen. They can receive all that is needed so that they can do their work. When the nutrients from the food we eat is assimilated, they travel through the circulatory system to feed the tissues and the organs and the cells of the body. It does this with the blood supply. So water, therefore, is absolutely necessary. And as it takes nutrients to the cells of our body, it takes from the cells the produced waste, so that the waste can be eliminated in its rightful place, so that the body can get rid of the waste. So the water supply has to be replenished daily. Some people, some individuals, do not take in water, do not take in liquid, and so it affects the body slowly but surely. It affects the body. Water is essential then to maintain and to regain health. And I want to stress that point. Water is essential for maintaining and regaining health. If you desire to be healthy, then your water supply has to be there daily. We said earlier that the human body is 70 to 75% water. You cannot afford to live on a low supply of water and be healthy at the same time. Now, many of the symptoms people experience are basically because they are dehydrated. Many of the pains and the aches that individuals experience is because the water supply is too low and the body cannot function properly with that low supply of liquid, and therefore the body is crying out for water. In that case, many individuals run to the doctor. Many individuals run to the drugstore, they run to the pharmacy, they run to their medicine cabinet, and so they begin popping one pill or the other, hoping to solve whatever problem the body is experiencing at the time. But if only they would give the body what it truly needs, water, all these symptoms will vanish away. Why don't you try this exercise? When there is pain in your body that you cannot account for, you cannot explain why the pain is there, especially joint pains, try taking in at that time sufficient water. Try it for a couple days, and you would discover that many of the symptoms will vanish, and you would have proved to yourself that these symptoms were there and active simply because you are dehydrated. If you bring the water supply of your body up, you will discover that these symptoms would vanish away. Now, on a daily basis, the body needs roughly about 8 to 10 8 ounces, 8-ounce glasses of water, about 8 to 10. Many of us cannot remember taking in water for days. Think about it carefully. How much water did you take in today, yesterday, the day before? I guarantee you that many of us cannot say, because we just cannot remember drinking any water at all. Now that's terrible for our health. So it is absolutely necessary that we begin to be conscious of how we are taking care of our health. If you have to develop a formula, a method to remind you that you need to replenish your water supply, then do that. Do whatever it takes, because water is extremely important to your health. Just as the air you breathe is important, and you cannot stop breathing or else you will die, then you cannot stop replenishing your water supply, because if you do, the process of death will definitely begin. Now, if you are living on a natural diet of fruits and vegetables, you will discover that your need for water will not be that great. Why? Because in fruits and vegetables, you would find a built-in system to nourish the body with the best water on planet Earth. Think about it. Fruits and vegetables are packed with water, filled with enriching minerals, filled with water that would quench your thirst and at the same time nourish your body effectively. The more we depend on cooked foods, the greater our need to take in water. But if we would resort to a natural diet, our original diet, then you will discover that your need for water will not be that great. A lot of people ask, well, what is the best water that I can have? The best water that you can take in on a daily basis is the water that you would find in fruits and vegetables. There is no greater water on planet Earth that will give you life and vitality. Now, there is a conflict in terms of eating and drinking. And a lot of people said, I can't eat without drinking. My friends, this is one of the terrible health practices of most individuals. Whenever you see food, you see a glass, either with cold water, either with cold juice, or some drink that they believe they cannot do without. One individual said that if the body is dehydrated, once you begin eating, you would find a need for liquid. You would find the need to drink something with your meal. But if the body is hydrated, when you begin to eat, the desire for drink will be absent. And so a lot of people ask the question, is it appropriate to drink while I'm eating? It is absolutely dangerous and health destroying to be drinking and eating at the same time. You see, your body produces digestive liquids to help digest your food. As you begin to eat, the first fluid that comes into contact with your meal is your saliva. And your saliva must be mixed properly with your food as you masticate your food. Now, if you are drinking, then you weaken the power of the saliva. And if you are drinking cold liquid, as most people do, you are basically shutting down the salivary glands from producing the needed saliva to begin the digestion of your food. And as the food goes down into your stomach, the liquid works on the digestive fluids, weakening them and causing them to be ineffective. Now listen to me carefully. Your body raises the temperature of your stomach slightly to around 100 degrees Fahrenheit in the process of digestion. When you take in cold water or cold juice with your meal, you drop the temperature of your stomach, and thus digestion ceases. And your body has to work on the liquid. The body has to work on bringing the temperature of the stomach back up to 100 before the work of digestion can continue. The food remaining too long in your stomach with the weakened digestive fluids and the temperature that is a good temperature for the development of bacteria and viruses. And especially if you have some sugar in the mix, it causes the food in your stomach to become fermented, and thus making you equally drunk as if you had some drinks. So the lesson for us today is, although water is absolutely necessary for the health of the body, water is not necessary when we are eating. Drink your water between meals and never with meals. Enjoy the best of health for as long as you possibly can and have a great life. Remember, subscribe, like, and share our channel. Until we meet again, have a wonderful day.